Hey, warriors. So I know that there's been a lot of, quieting down out there. Um, a lot of people's awakening is, feeling quiet. Um, people aren't getting these big downloads, visions, or emotional explosions. And if that's you, what if I told you this quiet phase of awakening is actually one of the most real parts of awakening? You know, um, a lot of people are confused right now because spirituality doesn't look the way it did a few years ago. Um, there's not as much drama, not as many massive proclamations, not as many people screaming about timelines and collapse or sudden ascension events, and instead of recognizing that as growth, people are panicking. But, here's the truth a lot of people just don't like hearing. Awakening matures. You know, um, Early awakening is loud. It's emotional, it's overwhelming. It shakes your identity, you know? But real integration, that's quiet, that's grounded, that's embodied. I say this a lot and I can't stop saying it because there's still people having this issue. You see what I'm saying? Um but the thing is that once you reach this phase, you know, you stop trying to escape life, okay? And you start learning how to live inside it. Right now, the collective isn't being activated, it's being integrated, you know? People are learning how to regulate their nervous systems, how to stop outsourcing truth, um, how to trust their own discernment, how to feel without dramatizing. I mean, how to be human and conscious at the same time. This phase doesn't give you spiritual highs, it gives you stability, and stability doesn't feel exciting to an unregulated nervous system. You understand? That's why some people think nothing is happening, but in reality, everything is happening. You know, it's just happening internally. That's why, and another thing too, um, another big shift right now is inner authority. You know, People are questioning, why am I listening to this person? You get what I'm saying? Like people that we once trusted, I guess, you know? But they're questioning those things. Why am I listening to this person? Why do I believe this? Does this actually feel true in my body? You know, that's not rebellion, that's sovereignty. And that's a good thing. Okay. We're also seeing, spirituality merge with psychology, trauma work, emotional intelligence. These are all, you know, in my opinion, very awesome things, because awakening without nervous system awareness breaks people. It does. It has broken me in the past. I've seen it break other people. You can't spiritually bypass your body anymore. It won't let you. you know and something else that's very important, people are rejecting spiritual hierarchy, which is that's really awesome. Titles aren't impressing people anymore. um perf- I guess performative wisdom isn't landing like it once was, right? I don't know. People want real humans, not spiritual characters. I don't know. This is why authenticity, is outperforming spectacle right now. So if your intuition right now is feeling, at a more subtle state, that's not loss. That's refinement. If you're spiritual, if you spiritually feel more practical, that's not regression. That's embodiment. If you're questioning everything, good. you know that's your discernment waking up, and that is very important. It's meant to make you this phase, like I was saying in the beginning, it it's not meant to look powerful. It is meant to stabilize you. It's meant to make you stable, plain and simple. um and stable people, they change the world far more than loud ones ever could. you know um so if your awakening is feeling quieter right now, you're not behind. You're integrated, and that's where we are going to start seeing real change actually begin. Mark my words. Love you.